for Game 2 between Nine Lives and Northern Storm. First game went over to Nine Lives with the 2 new players. Really impressive performance from the whole team. Chaotix in particular stood out for me on that Silas. Anything that you think is particularly noteworthy from that Game 1, Peach?
I know that Northern Storm's team, did lose, but that game felt so close, like up until the Nexus blew up. I just feel like they were like never out of that game. Van Hohenheim, like really insane plays on the Anivia, like just soloing their Fed top lane or top side. Ugh. Like scary stuff. Oh my god, I'm in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. I mean, it was a really big early lead for Nine Lives. Looks like they might have been running away with the game, but we talked about, the Aurelia Pointy eventually scaling up, and they found some good catches. They got those early Drakes, which I think helped take a little pressure off them in the mid game. And even though they were still trailing in gold throughout the mid game, it felt like they could win fights. Unfortunately, they eventually got caught a couple times. It seemed like a few times in a row, actually, basically after that Baron, and Nine Lives was able to just build a new advantage and run away with it that second time that they had it.
Yeah, and I really appreciate them just like understanding that they were like able to end there. Sometimes we see some teams struggle, or sometimes the casters are on the team that struggled to end. Shout out Team Phoenix. Really well played by Nine Lives, just like knowing like, oh yeah, like we just win here and just push into end.
Yeah, and it was an interesting thing. I'd have to go back and watch the VOD, but Mixlink and I believe it was CB Hickey were walking back into their base while the mid lane inhibitor was being taken, and they sort of just stopped moving for a second. I wasn't sure if it was just trying to bait or what it was, but then they ended up getting caught out, and all of a sudden losing an inhib became losing the game. So I'd have to go back and watch what happened there.
Yeah, I think something was missed in that Baron play from Northern Storm. I think that was the right call for them. And hopefully the spectator client isn't just like screwing with me. But Hickey not TPing up there for that Baron fight, ugh. You hate to see it. I feel like that fight would have gone a lot differently with, the 5v5, like that big insane Malphite ult. I think more people would have left with Baron.
Yeah, and also it wasn't a 5v5 even, it was a 5v3. It was only 3 members of Nine Lives that showed up and wiped out the 4 members of Northern Storm. So if you got a Malphite ult in there, who knows? Got to give a shout out to Foeden, though. Really, really great job. Not just in general, but in particular with the haymakers. He just seemed to find the center of those, the true damage column of those, really, really well. And in particular, clutch moments. I believe he got a double kill just off of one haymaker in that Baron fight in particular.
Big, very spooky top lane guy. That, however you say his name. Say it one more time for me.
I believe it's Foeden.
Foeden. Yeah. We're shook from you. We're spooked. Chat really quick before we jump into this next game. I'm just gonna post the J4 1v1 signups again. Don't forget we are doing that this coming Tuesday at 8 p.m. CST. I hope it's 8 p.m. I hope that's the right time. Otherwise, I just baited the whole Twitch chat. Again, rumor has it that there's gonna be RP given away. Okay. So yeah.
Big deal. Big stakes.
Nine Lives is ready.
I think we're just waiting on confirmation that Northern Storm is good to go.
Do you think bans change at all this game?
I don't know. I think if you're Nine Lives, you're feeling okay with how that game went. Maybe you're a little spooked by the Aurelia, but I don't feel like, as well as Pointy played in some fights, I never really felt like it was, a situation where they just had no answer. So if I'm Nine Lives, I'm feeling okay with how things were. If I'm Northern Storm, I might think about
the shadows.
Banning the Silas.
Controls them.
Yeah, same. Chaotix really showing that he's worth some bands. Don't sleep on the boy Chaosix.
Yeah, and I appreciate, Chaosix throughout his time in GMA, I feel like he's been the guy to pull out. Oh, well, that actually should have been an obvious one that we didn't talk about. I'm not surprised that Nine Lives doesn't want to see that Anivia anymore.
Do we think we'll see Van Hohenheim on like Vigar then if it's left out?
If it's left up, I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's also a very comfortable Zillion player, so it's a lot of different things that you don't necessarily see in the meta.
Zillion, ugh. I hear the support player for Team Phoenix plays a mean Zillion, so everyone knows on the Twitch chat.
Pantheon banned away for a second straight game, and the first round of bans for Northern Storm is exactly the same as last game.
Yeah.
So they were not particularly worried about the Silas. They're worried more about the Kayn, Viego, and Gwen. There is the Vigar ban as well. So Hohenheim, first set of the Community Cup and drawing 2 bans already. Akshan picked up. Is that how it's pronounced? I'm not actually sure. 4 pointy, or potentially down in the bot lane.
We did see WD Fan play it last week.
You're right, we did. Good call.
We'll see. It definitely fits Pointy's play style and spot on Northern Storm's, team synergy though to play it. So I would also not be surprised to see that.
Now, I personally have not played this champion yet. Seems like primarily a bot laner. For you, what do you think synergizes well?
With Akshan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disagree and think that I think if you're playing him bot lane, you're doing that character a disservice.
Oh, okay.
With the the invisibility next to terrain, like I really feel like you need to, if you're gonna pick a character to play to his strengths, like you want Akshan to like build a roam and like rotate with his grappling hook mobility and be able to like sneak into lanes. So
okay, makes sense.
Draven? WD Fan on Draven?
Okay. Oh.
That is
now, is Heimerdinger still a flex pick? Can Heimerdinger still go all over the place?
I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen one.
That's definitely WD Fan on Heimerdinger ADC, right?
Okay. I mean, that's what I would predict right now, but I wouldn't really be surprised if it goes to any of the 3 lanes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that would mean that you are correct that that Akshan is not going bot lane.
Never pick a fight.
There's a set man. Not too surprised about that.
WD Fan does play Heimerdinger, so it doesn't really seem like a pointy character. So
you can't cage me.
There's a Silas ban.
Okay, so the 2 solo laners who really dominated the game for 9 Lives taken away this time around. Jace was also banned as well as Camille, so a couple bans aimed up at the top lane and Pointy presumably. Burn the Heretic, hovering over the Lucian. I assume that would go mid lane here.
Right. Or maybe not. Brahm's passive synergizes really well with Lucian's passive, like being able to with the double auto attacks.
So do you think that would be a mid lane Varus then?
I think that it could be either. That's a cheating answer.
I mean, that's fair though, because that is exactly why I asked you the question, because I didn't know either. So you are justified in turning it back.
Good, I was nervous when you asked me, so good thing I answered right. I know Heretic does play Lucian, so.
Second straight game of Malphite over on the side of Northern Storm. Whether it will be mid lane as well, we have yet to see. I think it's safe to say that it will be Mixlink on the Amumu in the jungle. And probably safe to say that we'll have Menards on Morgana in the jungle?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because Morgana can't go mid here, because you already have one of Varus or Lucian has to go mid.
I'm confused.
Oh boy, is it really going to be Kalista top? I think it is.
Wait,
All right.
he's playing Akshan support.
That is not. That is probably the last place I would have expected.
Chat,
that champion to go.
Twitch chat, I am shook at that. I mean, Akshan does have a revive, very supporty, right? Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
But has to kill somebody to get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was right about Heimerdinger being bot lane, right?
And now, how brutal is this early game going to be for Foeden? Nasus against a Callista just sounds really, really rough until you're able to get some levels.
Yeah. I can't imagine that Foeden is going to have any sort of fun in that lane, but I'm also assuming that Pointy is communicating that to his team, and maybe we'll see Mixlin kind of path towards that top side and try to get Callista ahead. Also, Callista bonding with either a Mumu or Malphite is going to be like really gross for team
Yeah,
fights.
absolutely. Yeah, I got to give credit to Northern Storm. I think that they really pulled out some good stuff with this draft because I think they tricked. I think they tricked Nine Lives with this Callista pick.
They tricked me. They tricked you. What about the Akshan pick?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think I mean, we'll see what Hohenheim pulls out on this Akshan, but I just feel like the Callista, I don't think that Foeden picks that Nasus, if he knew that it was going to be Callista top.
Yeah, I don't know. This Northern Storm's team is like weird, but like it feels like of the 6 games, like this feels the most like Northern Stormy. You know what I mean? Maybe not, but I just feel like this is like way more like them. Like this is like their like play style, like this like weird Akshan support. You know?
Yeah, just sort of freelancing all over the map.
I do think that I would have rather seen Lucian bot lane with Braum to really capitalize on that. Braum's passive.
Sure.
Yeah. But
yeah, I also feel like running Lucian, double marksman into the Malphite could be a little bit difficult.
yeah, do you think Hickey goes full tank again, or I feel like that team could go for a full AP Malphite? Like I feel like maybe they're lacking a little bit of damage if Hickey goes tank.
I would disagree, I guess, because you do have a carry up in the top lane, a straight, marksman carry, and you have Heimerdinger and Akshan, who I assume will still be doing some damage, even though he's in the support role. So let's say you were to, swap just the damage capabilities of Pointy and Hickey. You have a Malphite in the top lane, a Callista in the mid lane. You wouldn't be surprised if Malphite goes tank if he was up in the top lane in that situation. So I feel like there's still enough damage, probably. It's just coming from sources you wouldn't necessarily expect.
We will see, I guess. Who do you think, just based on team comps alone, is going to win this one?
I favor Northern Storm just because I think, once again, they just have so much diversity in their comp. It looks to me like Nine Lives, it's going to be about Chaotix making big plays, Foeden surviving the early game. Whereas Northern Storm, they're just running chaos right now. And I'm excited to see what they procure from it.
I'm going to root for Northern Storm.
That's fair.
I want to see Akshan support pop off.
maybe your team will let you play it then as well.
Yeah, Greg, Alpha, if you're watching.
Looking at the skins, no Akshan skin, no Malphite skin, and you still have the beautiful pool party Braum on the side.
Nice smile, what we talked about.
Yes, the smile, exactly. So I guess to me, Nine Lives kind of wins pretty easily in this skin battle.
Really, over Pumpkin Prince of Mumu?
I mean, he's
Come
great,
on.
but there's only 3 skins.
Yeah, but Pumpkin Prince of Mumu is at least that's like 2 skins right there. Come on.
Pumpkin Prince of Mumu doesn't have as good a smile as Pool Party Braum.
He doesn't know how to smile. Job. That's a Mumu's whole character.
That's fair. Classic Malphite skin actually kind of has a weird smile going on. I don't really like that. I never noticed that until just now. Anyways, we are into the game. I'm going to say that 9 Lives won the skin battle there.
I'm gonna disagree.
All right. I like it. Balance.
Link,
balance
I'm here
cast, I
rooting
guess.
for you and Pumpkin Prince of Mumo. Please, pop off for me. Do we think we'll see any level 1 stuff?
I feel like with the Morgana Braum, there's definitely potential for 9 Lives to do something. There's a lot of pings coming down on that bot lane tri-brush. Everybody's motoring that way, so it looks like there will be some shenanigans. WD Fan, good job getting out of the fountain fast enough that he will be first to that brush. Just needs to be prepared. He sees them all coming, and they don't see that he saw them until it's a little too late. Oh no, oh no! WD Fan went back into the binding, is able to just escape.
He got out though.
He did get out and didn't have to burn anything.
Yeah.
So overall, no harm done. Hohenheim again behind enemy lines. We'll see if Foeden walks into that bush. Doesn't. And this is another classic of Hohenheim. We'll see if he tries to pull it out. Hohenheim was
This man's crazy.
famous back in the day for trying to do cheeky blue buff steals. Usually he would be the mid laner when he'd do them, but it looks like he's setting up to try it on support right now. They have walked past him. He has snuck that ward into the brush. So there's going to be some early fireworks if this Akshan is able to get the blue buff early.
I want him to steal this blue buff so bad. I just want to see it. This is going to be crazy.
They'll just swirling around in that brush. Oh, they're pulling it a little farther away. I don't think he'll be able to reach it. Actually, he can. Has he gone Q? Yeah, he's gone Q. So with the Avengering, he will get the extra range as it passes over Menards. Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh, he didn't have the range. Oh no. Oh my goodness, it was all there. Just the range wasn't quite enough.
Van Hohenheim, we were all rooting for you. All of us.
Menard's probably with his heart up in his throat after seeing that projectile randomly come over the wall.
He did smite it though. So, did he? I think he did, right?
I believe he just smited Grom.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong then. You're taking advantage of that level 2 bot lane because Van Hohenheim has a lot of experience.
Yeah, but WD Fan with just those Heimerdinger turrets bullying away Cuba Libre.
I'm sure we'll see some pretty cool roaming from this Akshan support too, with his being able to sneak around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and going rogue. Yeah, with that. I believe it's endless stealth as long as he stays in bushes, right? So.
It's like next to terrain, like tall.
Oh, next to terrain, yeah. That's interesting.
I know there's like a certain way you set up your turret spot lane as Heimerdinger too. To like kind of keep
both
the lane in your
junglers.
favor.
Menards has a big health advantage on Mixlink. Oh, has to flash away from the binding quick. But Foeden already having a pretty bad time up in the top lane. Nice job by Menards, though, to be here to cover his top laner, because as you alluded to earlier, they were expecting that early dive. Pointy does get bound up, and Menards will just walk away. Still at full health, though, so Foeden is so safe. This is such a good job by Menards to be here to cover Foeden, let him pick up this wave, because that would have been very devastating early on. But now Menards may have overstepped. The Rend is available, and First Blood comes out from Pointy. And that's double buffs over. So Menards did a great job covering his top laner, but then I think he just overstepped a little bit. And now Foeden might even be worse for wear. Hohenheim going in with the heroic swing. Cuba Libre not taking too much damage. And you see Foeden already taken down very, very low again. And doesn't have teleport. Opted for the ghost.
Sorry, my game was being silly right there, but we're good now. I got back in. My spectator client crashed.
Of course. The Riot special, yep. Didn't miss too much. Pointy just continuing to bully Foeden. Von Hohenheim did a couple Akshan things, but they didn't actually affect the game too much. Mixlin could be in trouble here. Menards looking for the bind. Or, excuse me, I believe it's already used, but Chaotix is going to be able to get it. Flash, one more auto, takes down Mixlink, and now they've caught on to CB Hickey again. This Malphite is alone behind enemy lines, has to flash. I think he'll be okay. but a nice job by Menards to come right back from giving up first blood and get something back for his team on the opposite side of the map.
And poor Foheeden having to lane against Kalista top with double buff sounds extra worse than laning against regular Kalista.
At the same time, though, I mean, by the time he finishes this wave, he's going to be only down about 6 CS, which is a relatively small oh, he missed the last 2, actually. Okay. So down about 9. But, you know, I've personally seen Kalista top games against melee champions where it ends up being something like a 40-7 CS disadvantage or something like that. So I think Foheeden's done actually pretty well considering that he doesn't even have TP. Menards does miss that Dark Binding.
Ooh,
And Teleport actually coming in. Pointy is showing up. Menards with the Black Shield but doesn't have Flash. And that's a second kill for Pointy. Gonna have to recall quick. Foheeden probably not gonna be able to push this wave too hard. There's a Spirit Fire.
He's trying.
And Pointy is actually sticking around for this Drake as well, so Foheeden has a lot of time to get some free time up in this top lane. That was a little redundant, but you know what I meant. They're gonna get this first Mountain Drake. But Pointy, he's gonna be behind on experience by the time he gets back to lane.
Mm-hmm. It's a trade-off though, right? No TP, but...
Oh, now they're looking onto the Chaotix though, and they know the solution doesn't have Flash. Wow, Pointy is just running over this game right now. I really like the decision there to just pass through mid lane up towards top rather than recalling.
Pointy is taking this game into his hands, into his javelin.
And Mixlink is coming as well. This is a level 6 Nasus now, so gonna be tough to kill.
I don't know if they want to
And
force
looks like
this.
Poe, yeah, I think you just pick up the wave here
Yeah.
if you're Pointy.
I think that was smart of them to not force that with the big wave there.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one of those ones where when you're the laner, you want to go for the kill, but it's not worth potentially not getting it and giving up about 8 CS. When he feels good, I believe he's going to try to set up a freeze here. Yeah, probably has to get a couple more hits down to make sure it doesn't push too hard before he recalls. Or maybe he might not recall anymore. And in the bot lane, haven't really had time to check in on the other lanes too much. Nice job from Burn the Heretic to accrue a decent little CS advantage. Actually, it should grow here with a pretty big wave hitting the tower. Oh, and here comes Foheeden looking for the all-in. There is the ghost popped, and Pointy just gonna have to try to hop away. Still has Flash available, but does it too late. Oh no. Probably could have gotten away from it. Didn't want to burn the Flash. Eventually did, but the Siphoning Strike had already come through. The damage still hit. And that's a big time win for Foheeden.
The Wither on the Kalista jump. Like, you see how slow she was?
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely a big part of that matchup.
Pretty brutal. Poor Hickey laning mid against this Lucian, just getting bullied and so down in CS.
Yeah, is level 6 now though, so actually, oh, Menards from the back, oh boy, WD Fan is just completely caught out. Nice job from Menards to just know that they already had the kill locked up on Fan, switches the Dark Binding to Hohenheim, quick 2-0 for 9 lives. And despite how great things started for Pointy up in the top lane, looks like 9 lives is starting to take over this game now.
Mm-hmm. That's the support curse. I think if I'm Van Hohenheim there, I just say my grace to WD Fan and wish him well in the afterlife, and then sneak away. But, you know, captain's got to go down with the ship, right?
Correct decision, in my opinion, here from Northern Storm, just going straight to that Rift Herald. Chaotix's gonna try to steal it away with the culling, but Mixlink did have Smite, was diligent with it. CB Hickey, this is, yeah, I'm not sure about that pathing. You know Chaotix is over the wall. That was a little questionable to walk back like that. Hohenheim on the roam. There's the stealthiness near the terrain. Heroic Swing could come in. Aventuring missed, and I don't think he has quite enough damage to do anything else. Pointy though, coming forward, does land the Q, so they can get the slow, and now Chaotix Flash is not quite up yet. It's gonna be up in about 5 seconds, but it's too late. Hohenheim picks up another kill. Excuse me, not another, a first kill of the game.
Oh! Apparently that Morgana snare hit. Love that hitbox.
Don't we all?
Oh, he hurt. Callista hurts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this Callista is pretty strong right now. It's just as you pointed out, the wither from Foeden just makes it so much harder for Callista to path away or kite away. Looks like they might be switching CB Hickey up to the top lane here. Pointy will be spotted by a ward though, so they will know this is coming. And yeah, to me, if you're Foeden, being up in CS and being 1-0-0 right now in this particular lane matchup, I mean, right now it's starting to shift in power, but you're probably feeling really good. As long as you don't get dove and die and lose this whole wave here. CB Hickey is waiting around. Mixlink is on the way, but so is Chaosix.
Uh-oh.
Rift Herald summon up. You gotta go right now, or Chaosix is gonna get there in time. Miss the bandage toss. Now they land the unstoppable force though, and I believe Foeden will just drop anytime the Ren, yet they do get it. CB Hickey has to flash away, will go down to the tower though, doesn't quite get away. Rift Herald takes down a couple turrets. Meanwhile, Burn the Heretic in the bot lane picks up a kill. Hohenheim is in trouble as well. Big time Heimer during a turret. Flash from Burn the Heretic is not going to be enough to pick up the kill. And now Menard's flash, but then Soul Shackles down. Mixlink goes down as well. Pointy just trying to cut away from Menard's now. Flash in from Chaosix. Pointy just all alone can't do enough. And 9 Lives turn the play around across the map.
That flash from CB Hickey, it's just like a little bit too late. I think it was a good attempt though, to kind of get that Gnosis back in check. I think they waited like a little bit too long to pull the trigger on it, and then 9 Lives was, did a really great job rotating up, knowing the dive was coming, and then being there for a counterplay.
Yeah, that's the second time that we've seen 9 Lives be completely aware that Foeden was about to be dove. They were able to respond well.
Spidey senses.
And one thing that might be a little nitpicky, actually CB Hickey could be in trouble here. No, gonna be fine. One thing that might be a little bit nitpicky there, but we saw Mixlink miss that bandage toss to start off that dive. I'm wondering, do you think that Unstoppable Force should come out first? Because it's almost impossible to miss that.
Yeah,
and then that guarantees the bandage toss. Actually, Foeden just got another solo kill up in the top lane on Pointy, so this Nasus has had enough. Mixlink does pick up the Drake, but then maybe didn't want to take that bandage toss. Big time missiles coming from Heimerdinger, but it's not quite enough damage. And now CB Hickey is stunned up by the Braum passive, gonna get taken down. Overstep from the Malphite. And they've gotten a lot of people low, but it's just not enough. Cuba Libre walks away with about 40 health.
Oh. Are we going to see an Akshan chase?
Van flashes in, does pick up the kill on Cuba Libre, so they get something back. Oh, Hohenheim, nice job. He pops Chaosix over the wall with the blast cone and picks him up. So Akshan definitely making some flashy plays here.
Cracked. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. The way he just popped him back over.
Yep, and then immediately caught him with the heroic swing in the Avengerang. Is it Avengerang or Avengerang? I don't know, but
chat, let us know because we are unsure.
Regardless, really nice play. Welcome once again to 2018 with Hohenheim doing crazy things in GMA.
9 Lives is looking kind of cracked with this new, top jungle duo, huh?
Yeah, once again though, you got to give credit to Northern Storm. They have picked up the early Drake, so that'll take some pressure off them potentially having to fight disadvantageous situations going forward.
And they did a really great job of that last game too. This team really cares about their objectives.
Mortal Shield Bow picked up for Pointy now, so that will help a little bit the next time Foeden tries to 1v1 him, but I think Foeden now with that Divine Sunder complete, got an extra cloth armor. If you're Pointy, you have to be really respectful. You can't get withered, or I think you're just dead.
It's a big, really slow jump.
Yeah.
I respect the Callista top pick, though. And
I love seeing teams try different things. Absolutely love it. And Foeden enough ability haste now that it's 2.3 second cooldown on the siphoning strike, so those stacks will start coming fast and furious. Might have some action in the mid lane. Mixlink taken down to about 30% health, and oh, they land the binding end of Pointy. This is absolutely a dead Kalista. No, able to flash away. CB Hickey goes in for the ult, but Mixlink just melts. He was already pretty low as that started. Foe Eden with a double kill. This Nasus is online and running away. And 276 stacks now at 15 minutes. It's pretty good pace in my opinion.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes and he's already like, in my opinion, like kind of raid bossy.
Yeah, absolutely. Burn the Heretic just fired out a bunch of stuff at Pointy, and Pointy was able to dodge away from a couple of things. Von Hohenheim now probably going to get taken down by Foe Eden as well. Does he have the mana? Yeah, he did have the mana for another Siphoning Strike.
Stacked him.
And now 297, about to be 300. 300 stacks at 1540.
Is that good?
6, 1, and 0. I feel like that really snuck up on us.
I'm not sure where you're supposed to be with stacks at this point in the game, not for Nasus.
I think I've heard that general, you know, if you can get up near 400 by 20 minutes, you're feeling really, really good. I think that's considered like optimal. So looks like Foe Eden will be around that point. And I might be overstating this, but I think even though Menards ended up dying during it, I thought that Menards covering that early dive attempt by Northern Storm was really, really huge. Because Foe Eden could have been left with probably about 6 CS, died under turret, missed all the XP, didn't have teleport. That could have been that, you know, that like 30 to 6 CS advantage that we often see with Kalista top matchups. Right. But Menards was able to cover it. Menards did die, but bought enough time for Foe Eden to at least pick up the wave.
Yeah, it's still Morgana though, right? You still, you know, 45-second snare and a black shield, you know.
Absolutely.
These games have really been solo lane focused. Like, has the jungler even been in the bot lane for either team?
Menards has come down bot a couple times, and it's been very, very useful. I was about to say, I want to shout out Burn the Heretic. Actually, Hohenheim could be in trouble here. Going to get called down by Chaosix. Immortal Shield, though, will not be enough. Not often you see that item on a support. Mixlink now getting tagged up by Diet Cuba Libre, and CB Hickey shows up with the teleport. Meanwhile, Foe Eden is just taking things for free up in the top lane. Looks like this situation will probably diffuse. Actually, Pointy's on the backside, but gets bound up. Melee range, Dark Binding, but Hickey able to follow up quickly, and they get 2.
Ouch.
And you wonder now with Foe Eden not having this teleport. Earlier I was saying it would hurt him not being able to get back to lane quickly enough, but now it's a situation where he can't join his team when things like that happen.
Yeah, and smart of WD Fan to TP top to match the Nasus, so he didn't get that second tier top turret, and now Northern Storm has 3 dragons to the 9 life 0.
And now Cuba Libre could be in trouble. Burn the Heretic, nice job using the ultimate to try to kite away. Mixlink has to be a little bit careful, taking really low, but really good job knowing his limits. Able to walk away with about 100 health. Teleport coming in though, so they might be looking to answer. Chaosix and Foe Eden around the back. This could get really, really scary for Northern Storm. CB Hickey does not have ultimate quite yet available. Von Hohenheim trying to do the damage. Oh my goodness, just gets destroyed by Chaosix and Foe Eden. Mixlink is probably going to go down now as well. Don't give him the Q through CB Hickey. Don't do it. No, okay. Looks like everyone is going to be able to walk away. So actually, they lose 2. Felt like that could have been worse for Northern Storm.
Definitely could have been worse. Better too, but you know, also worse.
Yeah, of course. Now, to a point I was trying to bring up about 3 minutes ago, I do want to give a shout out to Burn the Heretic and Cuba Libre, because Burn the Heretic sitting at 4-0. I agree with you that the action has generally not been in the bot lane in this game, but a good job by them accruing a pretty significant advantage. Speaking of, Menards gets accrued into the pockets of Akshan. Teleport coming in from Pointy. They want to continue to fight this. This could be a little bit scary though. Foe Eden is nearby. He's not close enough yet. Chaosix in the Dragon Pit. Pointy's just looking for a rend and a slow, but goes right into the culling, and Chaosix will be able to zone things away. Big bomb from WFan, not too impactful.
Hey, Is my spectator weird, or did that Riptail smack the turret and not do any damage?
I'd have to go back and look.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh wait, Ace said it in the chat. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Did
definitely
it
hit the
die
turret.
right as it would have hit?
I don't know if it died because they started fighting right afterwards, but I thought she definitely threw her face into the turret. I think. Okay. We love League of Legends.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The I don't know, Shelly charged and then there wasn't actually an impact on the turret though. She charged at it and then just sort of stopped right in front of the turret.
Huh.
That was very interesting. I'm not sure what happened there.
Okay, just making sure that it wasn't me.
No,
just
you
having
yeah.
a fever dream.
No, good job seeing that. I did not notice that. But yeah, she charged and then just stopped about an inch away from the turret and then just died.
Oh, Northern Storm just going right in for
Northern
this.
Storm. Yeah, they I mean they know that Foeden's bot and doesn't have teleport, so I think
Yeah.
they feel like if we can get a fight without Nasus there, we're feeling fine about our chances. Foeden has recalled, so it's really gonna be up to a steal attempt. No, good job. I really like that call from Northern Storm. That's really intelligent.
Oh,
Chain of Corruption and Dark Binding just barely miss CB Hickey on the way out, so there's that lack of teleport. Good job by Northern Storm exposing it quickly.
yeah, agreed. That was definitely a really smart play from them to catch that where he was on the map, and all of them just instantly were on it. No hesitation.
And it goes down fast with the Heimerdinger, and you have the extra secure with the Callista Rend. So it's a pretty safe play as well. It's really, really tough to steal away an objective from a Callista team. And now you have Foeden up top. You wonder, will the lack of teleport really, you know, keep him from being able to split push the way that he would like to? Because they're on Soul Point, Northern Storm that is. They're on Soul Point, so Foeden has to stay near this dragon.
Foeden went tier, like recently.
Yeah, very recently.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm sure Nasus will stack this up pretty quickly with the siphoning strikes every 1.5 seconds or whatever it is at this point. But you see both teams definitely prioritizing this dragon. CB Hickey and WD Fan both have teleport available in about 30 seconds. So we'll see if one of them goes to a sideline trying to draw Foeden to them.
Yeah, smart of Hickey to be pushing this with the bear and kind of forcing 9 lives to make a call here. But also, like, you want Malphite there. You don't want him in a side lane with teleport or not, right? He's your go button, you know.
Foeden taken down to about 75% health, but it's an Nasus, so he'll probably heal it back up just off the sword pretty quickly. Oh, Chaos 6 kills the ward. And you see 9 lives. They're the ones taking the initiative, starting up the dragon.
Nasus is at 531 stacks.
Ooh, my goodness. Good check, thanks. I should have checked that more recently. WD Fan trying to get those turrets into good spots. Chain of Corruption does land this time on a WD Fan. This could get scary. Glacial Fissure as well. Mixlink goes in, just tries to counter engage, and that's a big Curse of the Sad Mummy. Cuba Libre taken really low and does go down. Foeden is ghosting behind the fight. He's going to try to show up and just wreck the back line. WD Fan, nice stopwatch, and Foeden just in the middle of them. Can he raid boss all of these guys down? Mixlink just barely stayed alive with 1 Q, but not the second. Foeden shows up, and now CB Hickey in a lot of trouble. This Nasus is just too strong to be reckoned with. It's a triple kill right now. Flash over, actually. They're really looking for the rest. Chaotix
was so close.
so close. WD Fan does go down, though, and so 9 lives, they will be able to go pick up this Drake, at least. Hohenheim's got to be respectful. Yeah, this could be a dead Akshan. Nope, Heroic Swing will allow him to Spider-Man away.
They really, you know, Northern
trying
Storm
to
really wants
look.
that. Really wanted that dragon. That soul is so good for them.
And yeah, there's no grievous wounds on the side of Northern Storm yet. Oh, there's one. There's one on Mixlink. But I feel like you really need a couple more of those against this Nasus right now.
At least on Heimerdinger, right?
Yeah, because those turrets are gonna hit him. Like, you're gonna activate that so easily.
Yeah, who on this Northern Storm team even can deal with Nasus?
I mean, one-on-one, I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe Heimerdinger if the turrets are set up super optimally and he has flash and Zhonya's up. Interesting. Hohenheim actually taking the red buff. So this Akshan just becoming another marksman on this team. Foeden looking for CB Hickey. It's gonna be an interesting little brawl. Yeah, I don't think Foeden thinks he might be able to chase him down if there was no threat of help, but not worth it for him to chase too far.
WD fan hurts though.
Yeah, and has the Leandries, so has that little damage over time aspect to every single ability, every single turret shot.
Mm-hmm.
Menard's just camping out in a brush, waiting for a victim. It's going to be CB Hickey. There isn't too much help nearby. We'll see if how much they commit on this. In goes Mixlink, actually, and the Black Shield can only cover one. In goes Hohenheim. Menard's nice job with the Zhonyas. Keeps himself alive just barely and able to walk away. Now Pointy's in the middle. Akshan goes down. Foeden is just running rampant. Double kill for the Nasus.
Ugh. Because Kenos isn't here, I'll say it. Stopwatch is overpowered. Call your congressman. What do you think objective they take off that? Oh no!
Oh, CB Hickey just tried to recall a little too early. WD Fan will pick up a turret in the bot lane, but 9 lives again, opening the game up.
Inhib for them? Definitely was.
Yeah, should be at least 1, might be 2 with a wave coming in the top lane as well. And 24 seconds on CB Hickey's death timer still.
Really have to respect the catch potential on 9 Lives team with the Morgana snare.
Yeah, Menards was sitting in that brush for about 5 to 10 seconds before someone finally came by, and it actually looked like Northern Storm might have had a chance to turn things around. Menards did a great job kiting away, staying just barely alive. Now Mixlink going in, looking for Foeden. And Pointy actually pulls out the Fate's Call. They're looking for this. But everyone just walks away.
Maybe not.
What's scarier than a Fed Nasus? A Fed Nasus with a Black Shield. Trying to take away the Wolves now even.
12-1.
714 stacks now.
Wait, how many stacks did you just say?
714. So let's do a little math here. Wow. Yeah, that those Qs will be hitting for at least 1,000 apiece right now.
Huh. I'm not really loving the Akshan support into this. I mean, I feel like he's like doing really well on the character, but I would have liked to see him on something a little more
Supporty.
Yeah, like I want to say carry-y, but I'm like he's literally playing like a carry, so that feels like the wrong word to use. But
Maybe something with just some more utility.
yeah, something
More,
to, like,
more ways
stop.
to impact the game.
Yeah, get Nasus away from Callista and stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely maybe a lack of peel here, where once Nasus gets in, it's tough to get away. And I think that Northern Storm did such a good job with that early Baron call of, saying, okay, we're going to fight on the opposite side of the map from where Foeden is. But that last catch with Menards, I know that it was Menards who sort of initiated the fight, but then it was Northern Storm who doubled down on it, went in, even though Foeden was not very far away. Von Hohenheim doing stealthy things.
Dragon's up too.
And if you're Northern Storm, I feel like this getting this soul as soon as possible just seems really important because you are going to get outscaled. Dark Binding lands on a Mixlink, takes about a quarter of his health. So if you can somehow just get a steal here or something.
They gotta decide because they got supers pushing into their base.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to pull the trigger here. In goes Mixlink, and he gets a 4-man Curse of Sad Mummy down, but Foeden is just running it now, and I just don't think they have enough. It's a split fight. CB Hickey goes in, but Foeden is just 1v4ing on the backside. And yeah, they have managed to fend off the engage of Mixlink and CB Hickey, the other 4 members of 9 Lives. Meanwhile, Foeden just carrying the fight on the other side. Super minions in the base. Thought Chaotix might teleport there, but they should just be able to run down mid and finish this one. Hohenheim just swinging around for some fun. Yeah, that was. I mean, I understand what Northern Storm was trying to do there, but I almost feel like CB Hickey needed to save the Unstoppable Force just for Peel, because they used their 2 big AoE tank ultimates on the backline, but there was no damage to follow them up. Meanwhile, there just wasn't enough to get Nasus off of the carries. One last attempt, Pointy jumps in, but the Nexus will drop. Really, really impressive stuff from 9 Lives with this new lineup going 2-0 in week 3.
Yeah, scary team. Nasus is big spooky dog guy.
Big spooky dog guy, indeed. And absorbed, a pretty difficult matchup very early on, but honestly turned it on its head a little earlier than I expected him to. So really big props for that. I wish I would have seen at the very end what he ended up stack-wise. I have to imagine it was around 800.
Yeah, definitely something crazy like that. Jeff, I am gonna that was a really great game. Let me pop away for a second and grab who we're gonna interview. Okay.
Sounds good. Let's do it. All right, so yeah, as you heard from Peach, we are going to have an interview coming up with a member of 9 Lives to talk about that impressive 2-0. Want to give a shout out to Northern Storm as well. I know it wasn't the result that they wanted, but integrating a new member onto the team this week, that's always tough, and at least hard-fought games here. So stick around. We will have that interview coming up in a moment. Until then, wait, Peach is back. Are we good to go?
Just Peach. Hold on.
Just Peach. Hold on. But for those of you who might not know, I assume most people know, we will have 2 more sets of games coming up later tonight. So the fun is just getting started. Great way to end your weekend, in my opinion. Just kick back, have a beer, relax, watch some League of Legends. We'll have the brilliance of Kenos coming up for the next 2 sets, if I'm not mistaken. So be able to enjoy yourself. Interview should be coming up any second, as I said.
They're in the 9 Lives chat. Okay. I'm gonna grab. I think it's Menard. Okay.
All right.
Moving on.
Hey.
Menard?
Oh, well, hi. How's it going, guys?
How's it going? Congrats on the 2-0.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I didn't realize I was the one doing the interview, but I apologize.
Well, here you are.
Fantastic.
So, I mean, the first obvious question is, this was you and Foeden's first week on the team coming in as replacements. What was that like? What was that process like trying to integrate yourself into the team?
It actually wasn't too difficult, in all honesty. I feel like the synergy really clicked right off the bat. So I got to give a shout out to all the other guys for being so cooperative as they were.
Awesome. And you have been a part of GMA, a part of LCUS splits in the past. What made you interested in coming back?
Jared, one of the old heads, I guess, had reached out to me last week and said he was in need of a sub, and it was actually super important to me, just because I had a lot of fun doing it in the past. So it's
awesome.
Just a good time all around. I enjoy the sportsmanship of it all.
Cool. Well, really impressive first showing on that new team that you're on, in my opinion. Who were you guys the most afraid of on Northern Storm?
I'm a little biased, but I could say Spencer, because Van Hohenheim, because I play with him outside of this, and okay. I know his cheeky tricks. Like game 2 when he had attempted to steal my buff,
that was so close.
Part of me was just like, I should have expected it, but
oh yeah, that boomerang was so close.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, they're all very formidable. Like they all played very well, so I want to congratulate them as well.
Awesome. Now, one play in particular that stood out to me in game 2, you had that, Callista against Faux Eden's Nasus up in the top lane. And obviously, Faux Eden ended up being an absolute monster on that Nasus eventually, but got to survive the early game. And I thought it was really important that you were up there to prevent the dive, even though, you did end up dying in the river. You prevented the dive, allowed Faux Eden to pick up that CS. Was that something that you guys detected, or was that just predictive, knowing that Mixlink might come up there?
I play a lot of jungle. Like jungle is probably one of my it's my second most played role right now. So I have a good idea of like jungle tracking things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of figured that Mixlink would be in the general vicinity of all that, and then it just happened to be there. When I did die, I did recognize that I had mispositioned as well. He really played the fog of war well there. But I was joking in champ select that we had the Nasus insurance just because it's such a scaling champion. So
Yeah, that policy definitely paid out pretty well, worth the investment. Anything else you got, Peach?
Nothing. Thanks for stepping in halfway through the split. I'm scared of you, so that's all.
I had a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate the time to interview. So
All right, awesome. Congrats on the 2-0.
awesome. Thanks, guys. Take care.
See ya.
You too.
All right.
All right. Well, as we said, 2-0 for 9 lives here, the new look 9 lives. And as I said as well, we'll have 2 more sets coming up for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.